Good morning, class. Today we're going to be taking a journey through the digestive system and follow each biological molecule: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids as they move through the system from start to finish. Let's begin where digestion starts, the mouth. Can either of you tell me what happens here?
In the mouth, both mechanical and chemical digestion take place. Our teeth are accessory digestive organs that start mechanical digestion by breaking food into smaller pieces. In scissor cut, canine tears, premolars, and molar grinds. The salivary glands produce saliva, which is 99% water and contains mucus, lysozymes, antibodies, and the enzymes amylase. Amylase begins chemical digestion by breaking down starches into simpler sugars. That's the first step in digesting carbohydrates.
Excellent. So after the food is chewed and mixed with saliva, what happens next?
Once the food is chewed, it is now called the bolus. The tongue pushes the bolus toward the back of the mouth for swallowing. The epiglottis closes off the airway to keep the food from entering the trachea. Then the bolus travels down the esophagus using persistolus, which is a wave-like muscle contraction that moves food into the stomach.
Perfect. Now we reach the stomach, one of the most important parts of digestion. Can someone explain what happens there? Actually, let me explain this part. The stomach is a muscular sac that performs both mechanical and chemical digestion. It churns food using three muscle layers: longitudinal, circular, and oblique. This process, called maceration, turns the bolus into semi-liquid called chyme. Inside the stomach, gastric glands release gastric juice. Parietal cells produce hydrochloric acid to kill bacteria and activate enzymes. Chief cells release pepsinogen, which is converted into pepsin. Pepsin begins breaking proteins into smaller peptides. That's chemical digestion of proteins.
Also, the stomach also has mucous cells that protect the lining from acid damage. When the stomach is full, the folds in the stomach wall flatten so it can expand. At the bottom, the pyloric sphincter controls when chymes move into the small intestine. By this stage, carbohydrates are practically broken into sugars, proteins are turned into peptides, and lipids and nucleic acids will soon start breaking down in the small intestine.
Nicely said. So what happens in the small intestine?
The small intestine is the main site of digestive and nutrient absorption. It's divided into the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. In the duodenum, digestive juices from the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder enter to continue breaking molecules down. The lining of the small intestine is covered in villi and microvilli, which increases surface area for nutrients to be absorbed into blood vessels.
Exactly. Let's talk about those accessory organs and what they do. The liver makes bile, the gallbladder stores and releases bile, and the pancreas releases digestive enzymes and bicarbonate. Bile performs mechanical digestion, not chemical, and it emulsifies fats, breaking large fat globules down into tiny droplets. This doesn't chemically change the fats, but makes it easier for the enzyme lipase to break them down later. Now, does anyone remember the several key enzymes that the pancreas produces?
I do. Amylase continues breaking down carbohydrates into simple sugars. Trypsin and peptidase complete digestion of proteins into amino acids. Lipase chemically breaks down lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. Nucleases break nucleic acids into nucleotides. The small intestine also releases maltase, sucrase, and lactase to finish digesting sugars. Secretin and pancreoenzymes that control the release of bile and pancreatic juices. Segmentation mixes the chyme, helping nutrients absorb through the villi. By the end of the stage, carbohydrates turn into glucose, proteins into amino acids, lipids into fatty acids and glycerol, and nucleic acids into nucleotides.
Very good, thank you. So what happens to the material that can't be digested?
That moves into the large intestine, which includes the cecum, ascending, transverse, and descending colon, rectum, and anus. Here, water and vitamins are absorbed back into the body. Helpful bacteria produces certain vitamins and break down leftover material. The waste becomes more solid and forms feces.
And finally,
Finally, waste travels to the rectum where it's stored and then exits through the body's anus. This final step is called digestion.
Excellent. Let's review how each biological molecule travels through the digestive system.
Carbohydrates start in the mouth with amylase, finish in the small intestine with maltase, sucrase, and lactase. Proteins start in the stomach with pepsin, finish in the small intestine with trypsin and peptidase. And then lipids in the small intestine biomechanically breaks down or emulsifies fat, while the enzymes lipase chemically digest them to complete the breakdown of lipids. And then nucleic acids are digested in the small intestine by nucleases.
All these processes combine mechanical digestion, like chewing, churning, precessylase, and emulsification, with chemical digestion, which use enzymes to break bonds. Together, they turn food into nutrients our bodies can absorb for energy, growth, and recovery.
Well explained, both of you. That completes the lesson of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids through the digestive system from mouth to anus.